So now that you have chosen a college or university where you start, so here are my advices. Hi, my name is Craig. I am a relationship coach for family, business, relationships, and friendship as well. So thanks very much. So here today, I would like to talk to you about the strategy of being in a university. So first of all, when you're in a university, you have chosen a good university, a university that's it's going to help you later in your career. So you actually have to identify most likely what type of job you want and what companies you want to work for, and look at the universities that those people were alumni in before you actually go to those university. I was just don't go. So now that you have chosen a good one, here are a couple of things that you should be looking out for while you're going to school. First of all, always overload a little bit. If you could drop out the first week or so. There are going to be university there are going to be people that are not nice professors, and they're going to drag down your GPA. So first of all, you have to remember GPA is the most important thing. It doesn't really matter what you study or what have you studied, or you're going to use that in real life. It won't, So if the professor is crap, drop the class. So number one. And then, so you also should scout on the first week whether that person is going to have a bias on you. Like the first 2 weeks, if they are not helpful or they're going to give you a bad score later, drop that class as well. So throughout the entire 4 years of your career, whoever is not serving you should go. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. I mean, seriously, it is at the end. You're paying for a educational services. It's supposed to help you to find a job. That's where a lot of people actually got it wrong. They actually worship the professor. I mean, you shouldn't be not nice to them. You should be nice, But at the same time, is that they're not gods. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of professors think they're gods. I'll flank you, I'll fail you, stuff like that. And they're not. You could drop out anytime. You can even drop out of the university and go to another one, or finish the credit hour elsewhere. You don't have to be fed up with bad teachers, give you bad scores and things like that. So that's the first thing you actually have to do, because having a good score really going to help you later to get your first job. So that's the most important thing. Also, a lot of the career advice people, they actually tell you crap that is totally useless for you. For example, they'll say, "Oh, why do you take this telecom class? It's very important for you." No, it's not important, because it never really worked. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at a class and whether they're gonna employ you or not. They look at if you have any competencies or if you have any coherencies of what you can do on your very first job. So first of all, is another thing that a lot of people actually lie to you on. I think also is that you should try to get on some professor's good side in the very beginning, because later obviously the relationship gets sour. Just ask them ahead of time. Hey, can you write me a recommendation letter? That I did really well in the class and everything. Can you do that? And very early on, just write a draft for them, and they will just put their names to it or change it slightly and use that. So whenever later in life you need references, you have these reference letters. So that's probably only going to be a good thing. And try to get an internship ASAP. Whether it is paid or not paid, things like that, doesn't matter. Get into it, nobody's gonna check like your interns, like what do you do or stuff like that. Maybe like if it is really famous or is checkable. Like for example, I worked at Merrill Lynch. And that actually helped me to get into a lot of the financial institution. Even though that Merrill Lynch place was total crap, you know, it was a totally terrible, terrible Merrill Lynch branch I was in. So it really doesn't really matter. So at the end of the day, you have to understand that we are just building things for our resumes, like later in life, and don't worry way too much about the emotions things or whether you're going to learn anything. Chances of are that you're not. And I was actually in, you know, management information systems. Most people in management information systems cannot even find a job in management information systems. You have to have some technicals. So you could take a technical class like that's not graded, you know, so it's probably going to be even better. So this is how I actually want to, you know, what I'm trying to preach is that work your resume to get a job, you know. So university, that's what it is. So don't think way too much. Like if something don't make sense, it's good. I had a career advisor actually told me to take a class that's called telecom, and I know exactly that teacher is terrible and she flunks everybody every single year. Why would we even like be participating into that class? It's hurting my grades, doesn't really teach me anything. I think there's also like this teacher that's professor. She's also a feminist. You know what I'm saying? Feminist is cool as long as like you don't fit into the mold of a regular, straight, normal, the conservative guy. So if she feels that you're that way is a threat, she's not gonna like you. She's gonna give you a bad grade. So like, you cannot also you have to also understand that, you know, it if she's not going to give you anything good, you got to go, you know. So those are some of the things that, you know, you got to look out for when you are a student. You know, basically at the end of the day, you are a student. At the end of the day, you are students, and you have to watch out for yourself. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I don't really have a heck of a lot of advice, but at least I think after watching this video, you don't really have to worry as much about what to do in school and the lies that actually people tell you in universities.